Hello everyone, this is a build guide for Kislev in Domination mode for Total War Warhammer 3. I've been having a lot of success with this build and wanted to share it with everyone. This build can be used to climb in ranked, it is competitively viable. I use it to get the top 100 myself, which you can see right here. So I am rank 89, rating 1301. So on to the build. So the build is called the Smash and Grom and is centered around the Light War Sled and the Little Grom unit. The Light War Sled is one of Kislev's strongest units, if not one of the strongest units in the game. So the reason why this unit is so powerful is because it has high health, high armor, high leadership, high speed, and a very powerful missile attack. So missile strength is 38, but 34 of that is armor piercing, so whatever they shoot, it's going to hurt. You can shoot something with 100 armor, like KS Warriors with halberds, and it's going to melt right through the armor. They also have 140 range, which is very high, and 120 ammo. So they're going to be shooting at far ranges for a lot of damage, and there are going to be a lot of shots. They also fire while moving, which is the key to this build. So another nice thing about the Light War Sled is whatever it can't outshoot. For example, like Jade Warriors with crossbowmen with shields, it can just outfight in melee because it's a very strong melee combatant. It's a chariot unit, so it can run over any archer unit. On the flip side, whatever it can't outfight in melee, like a Chaos Warrior with halberds or something similar like that, it can outshoot because it's 75 speed, so it's very hard to catch, and it can fire while moving, like I said before. So whatever it can't outfight, it can outshoot. Whatever it can't outshoot, it can outfight. So overall, it can beat pretty much every single unit in the game, and there's 4 of them, so combined, they just can rip apart anything. The second part, so that's the first part of the build. The second part of the build revolves around the Little Grom. I think a lot of people believe the Little Grom is a meme unit, or not that powerful. Nothing could be further from the truth. The Little Grom is one of the second strongest units on Kislev's roster. The big thing about this, it has 450 range, so it has one of the highest ranges of any artillery pieces in the game currently. It also has a lot of health, a lot of armor, and decent speed. So a lot of units like infantry, they can't catch it, so it can reposition if infantry are coming in. It can also, if an enemy sends like Furies or a fast cavalry unit, it can kind of fight those units off. And then what I like to do with this one too, we'll get into attacks in a little bit, but I usually put this right near my starting zone, and then I usually use it to shoot into the middle capture point, which usually has the most action. And then I will have it right in front of my reinforcement point, and then I'll summon Winged Lancers to support it whenever anything comes to attack it, because your enemy will always come to attack this thing. So if it attacks with infantry, just run away with your 35 speed. If it attacks it with fast hitting units, summon your Winged Lancers and attack, or you can even summon the Cossars here and just shoot whatever's attacking it. The final part of the starting army is the Cossars with spears. They're just a very strong standard unit. I usually use those to support the Little Grom in the beginning while harassing my Light War Sleds. Then I usually have them move into the middle objective to secure it. For the Lord choice, Ice Witch Tempest, I think a lot of people think Kastaltin or the Tsarina are the strongest choices. I would disagree. I think the Ice Witch Tempest is actually the strongest hero choice. I run her on a Warhorse. A lot of people like to put her on a Warbear, but the reason why you do not want to put her on a Warbear is because she has Frostbite attack. So she's a very good tarp hit unit for your Light War Sleds. So say they're being chased by something very fast, like KS Warhounds, that can match their speed or even distance their speed. You can run in the Ice Witch Tempest, attack, slow them down, give them Frostbite. Your War Sleds will increase the distance between them, and then they'll be able to shoot them to death. Well, she won't take too much damage. Now, if you put on a Warbear, she loses Frostbite. So that's the main thing. I want her to have Frostbite. So you can see right there, Warhorse, she has Frostbite. Warbear, no Frostbite. The rest of her build, she has Blizzard. I think Blizzard is a very strong anti-blob spell for Kislev. So if your enemy is blobbing up with a lot of infantry, very strong infantry, or archers, or any type of unit like that, just drop a Blizzard down on them and they will be destroyed. You also have the freezing winds, so that combos with Blizzard very well because this gives minus 25% speed for the entire enemy army when casting. You drop a Blizzard down, that's minus 30% speed because of Frostbite, and all of a sudden you can those two stack, by the way. So any enemy hit by Blizzard all of a sudden has minus 55 speed. So they're not escaping the Blizzard. They're going to be destroyed by the Blizzard. And then finally Guardian's Call. It's 100 gold, summons a Snow Leopard. For 100 gold, that's worth it. Just use it. A lot of the time, I actually use the Snow Leopard to run into enemy infantry. They'll go to try to kill it, and they'll drop a Blizzard right on top of the Snow Leopard, and it will be a very good slaughter. So for reinforcing army, I have the Patriarchs. Another thing about the Patriarchs, a lot of people throw them on bears, give them a bunch of abilities, give them a bunch of items. I don't do that. I do nothing. I give them absolutely nothing. The reason I do this, 350 gold, you have a unit that is unbreakable for at least 30 seconds with decent missile resistance and decent combat stats. So I usually will send one to each objective, because you play two objectives with this build. You usually play the middle objective and your strong side, your closer objective. That's all you need. You don't need a triple cap with this build. So send one to the middle, send one to the weak side, and then just hold it. Your enemy blobs on top of that, use your Blizzard, blow up the blob. Your enemy sends big single entity models on it, use the War Sleds, shoot the single entity models. Their tar pit unit. Your enemy decides to shoot them with archers, you shoot them with a Little Grom. So they are very good tar pit anvil units, and you have a lot of hammers in this build. So these are some of the best anvils. Talking about anvils, Zargard, very strong late game. They can hold objectives along with the Patriarchs. So these are usually the last units I summon when I need to hold an objective. Zargars are very strong defensive units. They have silver shields, 90 armor, and like of all Kislev units, they have By Our Blood, so there's at least 30 seconds where they will not break. But again, they have huge melee defense, armor, leadership, shields, health. They will not break. They are very good objective holders. Wing Lancers are pound for pound the strongest cavalry unit in the game. I have used these against Doom Knights and gotten the best of them. I've used these against Kairos. I've destroyed Kairos with them. They can tar pit and kill any unit in the game. They're great shock cavalry. These are my favorite units for Kislev. Besides the Light War Sled, these are probably my third favorite units after the Light War Sled and Little Grom. Armor Cossars are like the Zargard, very good objective holders. Cossars with Spear, these are usually some of the first units I'll summon, so I'll use these 5 Cossars to usually hold the middle objective and have range support from Little Grom backing them up. And then Dervishes are great late game just to hold objectives or to support like your Little Grom or your War Sleds or your Patriarchs. So these are your fast response, but usually it's better to save your money and summon a Winged Lancer because they're just so much stronger than a Dervish, and they're great. Also, I don't know if I said this earlier, but with a Little Grom, just park it right in front of your deployment zone so that way you can back it up with all these units. So you can summon the Cossars, shoot whatever's attacking it, or use the Winged Lancer. So for a variation of this build, you can change it up a little bit, and right here. So this is another strong, this is a build I use against Ogre Kingdoms, Cathy, and Kislev, because I need the Gust of True Flight. This is very powerful because it gives your Little Grom 30% range and accuracy for 4 magic. So all of a sudden the range on this Little Grom will go from 450 to about 600, and it's 30% more accurate. So I use these to snipe Lead Belchers, I use these to snipe Grand Canyons, and I use these to snipe other Little Groms, because the way you counter the Light War Sleds is with artillery. So I turn the Little Grom into an anti-artillery monster, destroy the artillery, so my Light War Sleds can have a field day. Nice thing also about Gust of True Flight, for 4 Winds of Magic, you are effectively halting the enemy army minus 25% speed for 12 seconds. So 4 Winds of Magic also gives you minus 25% speed for every enemy unit for 12 seconds, which is insanely powerful. So say you're being charged by a unit, all of a sudden just throw this on a Little Grom, even if it's not even shooting anything, so your Light War Sleds can escape. So your other units can escape, because minus 25 speed is very handy. And then another alternate I did, I took out a Dervish over here, you see 3 versus 4, and I gave both of these Patriarchs Silex Lullaby. What this does, it's a very good heal. It's about 15% heal. This pairs well with the Light War Sleds, because the Light War Sleds usually will lose a lot of health, but they won't lose models. So you can retreat them to one of your points that Patrick's on. Use the lullaby right here, and you have 3 uses. Heal them up, kind of like a medic station or an aid station, or even like a repair station, and then send them back into combat. Have them take some damage, come back to Patriarch, use the Silex lullaby again, go into combat. So use them as like repair stations for your Light War Sleds. So attack, retreat, attack, retreat. They can also heal up your Lord, because a lot of time your Lords will get sniped, especially versus Inch, and they can heal your Little Groms. So it's a very strong heal for 150 gold, so 150 gold. So this is a nice little alternative too, which is used against the armies that can counter your Light War Sleds. So I hope this helps. Next video I produce, I actually have some replays where I played some top players that used very strong armies for Ogre Kingdoms and Zinch, where they use the flying doom stacks, the sniping units, so armies that are very top tier right now, and I can show you how to counter those with some of my replays. So thank you, have a good day.